As a tech-loving Apple user, I got the new iOS version as soon as it came out, but then as a photographer, I wondered whether it had anything new to offer in that area. I think that this is an excellent lens. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emmett and professionally I'm a software developer, but in my free time I love landscape photography and making related videos here on YouTube. In today's video I'm going to talk about the new features in iOS 16 for photographers. iOS 16 was released on Monday, September 12th, and while it wasn't really targeted toward photographers at all, I was curious what tidbits for photographers we might find in there, so I searched their full list of changes and wanted to share what I found with any of you who are iOS users. I'm going to try to go through these pretty quickly, and I'm actually going to save my favorite new feature for last, so stick around for that. The first new feature that I wanted to show you is a new feature for detecting duplicate photos. You can find this under the Albums tab. Scroll down to the Utilities section, and at the bottom you can go to Duplicates. There you'll see all your duplicates and you will have the option to merge them, which will move one to the recently deleted folder based on the resolution and some other things. This is very helpful for me because my camera always sends 2 megapixel images to my phone through the SnapBridge app, but sometimes I will put the full version on my phone as well and not think to find and delete that smaller one. Next, we've got some new features when editing photos. As I'm editing these photos, you can see that we have these undo and redo buttons at the top, and so I can actually undo several edits or redo them, which makes it a bit easier to roll back a change you didn't like or compare before and after a single adjustment. We also now have the ability to copy and paste edits. So if you were to just add a bunch of saturation to this photo, I now have the ability to open this menu and copy the edits. And then if I go to another photo, I can just paste the edits there. And if I select multiple photos, I can actually paste the edits on all of them as well. Apple have always seemed to use a relatively flat image profile to allow photographers to edit their photos and have given us the Apple Pro RAW option now. So these are some really nice features to make that editing a bit quicker and easier. Now, Apple say that they have added foreground blur to portrait mode photos and improved cinematic mode, but those are only for the iPhone 13 and upcoming iPhone 14, and so I won't be able to test them out, unfortunately, since I use the 12 Pro Max. What I can test out, though, is my favorite new feature. For some reason, this doesn't seem to have a name. It's just listed on the website under Intelligence. But that is the option to lift a subject from the background of a photo and copy and paste it elsewhere. Now, I reviewed a similar feature a while back from Luminar Neo, which I was really excited to use to cut myself out of photos when creating YouTube thumbnails. This isn't to trash Luminar Neo at all because it has a lot of great features, but it struggles a bit with busy backgrounds and only works for portraits. And I think Apple, with all of the resources at their disposal, may have done a better job just because this does work on any object, not just portraits, and it seems to work better on busy backgrounds at picking out the subject. Just for fun though, I thought that I'd do a little comparison of the two, so I'll throw a few photos up here on the screen pretty quick, and you can pause the video if you want to look at them more closely. Now, I love this feature just because of how cool it is that you can just grab something from its background so quickly, but it is actually hard to see how people might really use this. For me, it will be a huge help when I'm making my YouTube thumbnails to layer things on there without manually making a mask, and I could see maybe for someone who wants to sell a product that this could let you quickly put it on a white background for the listing. But beyond that, I'm not quite sure what the use cases are, and it makes me wonder if Apple created this for photos first, or if they just happened to come across it while they were trying to do cool things with wallpapers. In any case, it is really fun to use, and I'm sure it will be helpful to me while I'm making thumbnails. that's all that I have for you today. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button on your way out and to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos that I'm really excited to share with you in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.